Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing Maybelline's Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation, and if it lives up to its name I'm sure I'll love it. I've been trialling it for about a week or so just to see how it behaves, with different products underneath, and I'll be doing an all-day wear test for you. Before we get started, my name is Gail and my aim is to help create the best version of yourself with makeup. This includes sharing makeup pro tips, doing easy to achieve makeup tutorials, and also product reviews that are super honest. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks to all my lovely new subscribers, I'm so grateful, and thanks a million for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. So before I'm actually going to apply it, let's get a bit of info on this foundation. This retails for $8.99 and you get 30 mils, and it's available in 20 shades. The shade I've chosen is a little bit too warm for me, but the next shade lighter was just too kind of ashy looking. So I've opted for this shade, and it'll work. I'll get it to work. So this foundation offers medium coverage that moisturises the skin, giving a natural radiant finish. It's really lightweight and formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, delivering up to 12 hours of hydration. So this will be perfect for anyone who's wanting a really natural finish or that kind of no makeup look. I suspect this would be really beautiful for bridal makeup. But I think this formula is probably geared towards more dry skin. However, if you prep oily skin or combination skin adequately, then there's no reason why you can't use this foundation. This was previously called Dream Satin Liquid Foundation, and Maybelline on its website says this is the same foundation, but just a change of name, slightly different packaging, and obviously with the added skincare benefits. So it's kind of different, not really the same. Hopefully this video will give you everything you need to know about this foundation when deciding if you want to try it yourself. I have dry combination skin, kind of like a normal T-zone, slightly oily, nothing major. The rest of my skin is quite balanced. Sometimes it's quite dry, depending on the seasons. And this review is aimed at anybody with dry-ish skin, with a sort of oily combo T-zone. Kind of a few different skin types there that I've got, but we all have sort of different areas of our faces that can be different. And if you're over 40 or even over 50, then please keep watching the application, because this is definitely aimed at you. It's got a plastic lid. It's a glass bottle. Let's just pump. Okay. So, I mean, it's not really liquidy or watery. It's definitely quite a substantial formulation, and it doesn't run down my hand. It looks quite thick and claggy and heavy, but hopefully it's not going to be. I mean, I've already tried this, I've already worn it. Last week I've been testing it, so I kind of know how it's going to perform, but on first impressions it looks like a real powerful heavyweight foundation formula, but I don't think it is that. So as usual, I'm going to start from the centre of the face where I need the most coverage, and I'm using this Real Techniques brush. So it actually feels really, really refreshing. It's got a slight scent, so if you're sensitive to scent, or fragrance, and this might not be one for you, but to be honest, it's not overpowering at all. It's going on really well. I mean, it's definitely not full courage. This is medium. In fact, this is kind of, looking at it, looks a little bit less than medium. I'm being really, really sparing with it. I'm not putting a huge amount on my brush. I think it's evened out my skin tone really, really well. And it feels really light, like I haven't got anything on my skin. It's really beautiful, and I think the finish is just how I like it. It's not natural matte, it's not mega glowy, it's just, well, I think it's just radiant. Yeah, I like it very much. Now, I did try applying this with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, and it was just too much like hard work, honestly. Even when I squeezed out the excess of the sponge, you know, it was just not going on like I wanted it to go on, and it was taking for ages to actually build up the coverage to medium. So for that reason, I would just go with a brush, quite a rigid, dense brush like this, or even MAC does an amazing brush called the 170S, which is a synthetic, slanted, quite dense brush, which applies all types of foundations so well. I'm not sure why I haven't got one, actually. But anyway, that's an aside. So let's get on and do the other side. I like it, I really do. I think it's really natural. Actually, this shade is working for me. Although it was slightly too warm, I think it's working. Yeah, I really like it. I actually also trialled it with a primer underneath, an amazing primer I use from MAC, which it's like a velvet glove over your skin. It helps with any texture or minimising the look of pores. I also tried mixing in some strobe cream from MAC, which is a really, really hydrating, vitamin infused, gorgeous moisturising kind of highlighter cream, and I mixed some in with this, but I found it was just a bit too dewy. I wanted something more natural. It looked absolutely beautiful, but everyday, daytime, I just felt this finish was, I don't know, just more natural. Right, so I'm gonna go and put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, face on. This is how it looks up close just after I've applied it. I'm quite happy with it. It looks really flawless on the skin, in my opinion, on the camera and, you know, in real life. I'll be really interested to see how it fares over the next few hours, and in fact over the course of a whole day. So I'll be back shortly, and I'll be checking back in with you to show you how it looks after 5 hours. It doesn't look too bad at all, to be honest, but I wouldn't say that it's a medium coverage. I think it's more light to medium, possibly buildable, but certainly not medium. Perhaps I didn't apply enough, but you know, my skin looks like skin, it looks pretty natural, and I'm happy with it. And this is after the 10-hour mark, so it's coming off a bit. It's quite shiny, but I didn't set it with powder, so you know, that's my fault. I didn't want to set it with powder. it's done okay. You know, it's £8.99 and I've got no complaints, to be honest. So, all in all, I personally really enjoyed using this foundation. I like how it feels on my skin. It doesn't feel tacky, it doesn't feel dry. Notice I didn't actually set it with any powder. I didn't feel the need to be honest, and it just stayed so beautifully. You know, it's probably not going to win a competition for, you know, 24-hour waterproof, but you know, that's not that kind of foundation. It's not in that market. So for me, yeah, I will be using it. I mean, gosh, you know, it's £8.99 compared to a lot of high-end foundations that probably aren't any better. I would absolutely, in fact, I am using this. I think it's done what it says on the tin and I've got no complaints. As I think I mentioned before, it has a fragrance. So if you're susceptible or overly sensitive or don't really like fragrance, then it's probably not for you. And it's mild and it's quite pleasant, in fact. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope I've given you everything you need to know. You can go ahead and decide if you want to try this foundation and spend your hard-earned cash on trying it out. If you do, I'd love you to let me know in the comments below what you think of it, or if you've tried it already, I'd love to know what you thought of it, and also what skin type you have. Have you got dry, oily combination? I'd be really interested to hear your feedback on this. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, I would love if you gave it the thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Take care everyone, bye for now.